What up, socialites? Welcome back to the Social Studies Podcast with me, Joe Dombrowski.
And me, Gaspare Randazzo. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Oh, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving?
Oh my
Thanksgiving? Gaspare, Thanksgiving? Jesus. Jesus.
Freudian slip.
Oh, you know what? Stop huffing all that spray paint over there. Jesus Christ. At this point in where we're recording this, I know there was probably some changes to my shows last week in Springfield, St. Louis, or both. I don't know. But just letting you guys know, those will be back on the calendar very soon. If something happened for those dates, you will be the first to know when they're back on the books. Anyway, upcoming this weekend, I'm going to be in Indianapolis. Then at the end of the month, we got my straight friends at the store, as always. Long Island, Hartford. I'm doing the Heather McMahon cruise. Super excited about that. And then I'm going to be in Toronto, Madison, Wisconsin, going back to Des Moines. I got Tulsa on the books. I'm doing Eugene, Oregon is on the books now. There's a lot. And I want you to not miss any of these. So get your tickets at thejoedombrowski.com.
Joe, do you know someone commented on one of my posts on Instagram and said, I'll be seeing you in Tulsa. And I said, that's a socialite right there. And or whatever. And she said, oh, yeah. She said, first time Joe had you on as a guest, she said, I thought that you
were a special needs child that I was having on as a Make-A-Wish.
She thought I was a 60-year-old man. So I said, why? And she said, because your garbage truck voice.
Yeah, your garbage truck dumpster diver. Gaspare, literally, right. you sound like you own a pawn shop.
Why?
I don't know, but I know that you're laughing because you fully understand what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah. What do you got here? A magic 8-ball that was shoved up
hell no. This wedding ring, this is this is either fake or you found this at the bottom of the Hudson. Either way, I'm giving you $15 and a negotiation.
It fucking sucks.
What the fuck? And then you bite it. That's cubic zirconium, my guy. So come back with the real diamonds or we're done with business. You understand? Okay. Real diamonds are nothing. I got a wife running a jewelry sweatshop in the basement and we need some goods. You understand?
You know what's crazy? I would be the worst pawn shop owner.
And if you don't bring the money when I need it, I'm going to break both your legs with a baseball bat. Is that right, Dino? Ain't that right? That's right. You can go over here and talk to Dino if you're feeling fancy.
You know, I know a Dino who does that.
I can only imagine.
I would be a horrible pawn shop owner because all this shit behind me would just be my life. Like, I'd be like, oh, that's crazy. Like, remember when you saw that jug from Japan that I showed you?
Yeah, that jug of sake from the war that I guarantee is fake anyway.
From World War II. It's authentic. It says it on the side. It says Japan. You could see me in Portland, Oregon, Naples, Florida, Boston, Staten Island, Philadelphia, West Hartford, Connecticut, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Plano, Texas, Atlanta, Long Island, Los Angeles, Sacramento, Point Pleasant, New Jersey, Seattle, Washington, and Chicago, Illinois. Get your tickets at GaspareRandazzo.com. Joseph.
Two things to tell you. One, don't pronounce the S in Illinois. Just going to say that to you. Illinois? Just because I'm looking out for you. No S. No S. Illinois. There you go. Good job.
Chicago, Illinois.
There you go. Gaspare. Look at you. You're learning something every day.
I'm going to do it my way.
You know, we're just...
I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say.
I hate that we're friends. Okay, so we're casually, like, no expectation, but, you know, I've been honest with the podcast. Like, I do want kids eventually. Don't know when that's going to happen, but it's like, it's not off the books, right? So every once in a while, Morgan will be like, if we're having kids, what will we name the kids? And I love these names. I love Dino. I love Rocco. I love Vito. I love like shit like that. And Morgan's like, no, we're not birthing the second coming of the cartel. And third,
Cartel?
like, no. Well, we'll say cartel because We're not trying to dance around anything. Okay, but here's the other thing, guys. I love these names so much. Ideally, Morgan hates this idea. I think this is the coolest family. First brother is Dino, right? The second brother is Frankie. And the third is a girl. Her name is Samantha, Sammy. So Dino, Frank, and Sammy. I'm like, now that would be the little trio that I would love, like the little Rat Pack, you know?
Well, I was gonna
But
say it's like the Rat Pack or like the Four
he's
Seasons.
like, he is looking at me like high on ayahuasca or some shit. He's like, you got to be shitting me if you think that is gonna fly. Second of all, he's like, Joe, how do you ever think that we would go to my parents and be like, this is our son Vito? I'm like, I don't know. I love it.
He thinks you've been hanging out with me too much.
Vito's been vetoed. Yeah, I love that though.
That one time you came to Staten Island,
Right?
you just
Yeah, but the thing is we're both like Morgan's Hungarian and Italian. I'm Italian and Polish, so I was like, we both share Italian. Let's do Italian names, and he's like, maybe Italian names, but I'm over here doing like Italian from Brooklyn names. You know?
Yeah, but then the thing is, like, here's the thing, like, do you want if you go like traditional Italian names, you could do Gaspare.
I would love like Rosalie. I would love.
Well, I was gonna say
love that.
Cologio, Coletta, you know.
Yeah, Rosaria. I would love that shit.
Yeah, like,
I would.
So that's
you
that. Just named. I have a cousin. My grandpa's name was Ross, but it was Rosario. I have a cousin Rosalia. You know.
Yeah.
Stefano. I have
Giuseppe. I would love it.
My grandpa's name was Giuseppe.
Right. I love it. I love it.
No, for real.
He's
Carmelo.
I'm losing. We don't even have a thought of a child, and I am losing this battle. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, Carmelo is very Italian. That's my middle name.
Would love that.
Luca
Brasi is the name that I threw out there. He's not.
Luca Brasi. Luca Brasi. Yeah, I'm trying to think. What's an Italian girl's name? Giovanna.
I threw out Vito. Vita, he didn't like that. Lucia, he didn't like that.
Lucia,
I love the name
Alessandro.
I love Lucia, but it's the prostitute in White Lotus season 2. Morgan said, absolutely not. Are we naming our daughter after a prostitute? I said, well, other people have this name who are not prostitutes.
Lucy has it.
Right.
Alessio, Matteo.
Right.
Maria is a very Italian name.
He has Alessio relatives. I love that name. I think it's super cool.
Yeah. Oh, you know what name I like? Luca from the movie, from the film. You ever see Luca?
Love it. He said
Luca's
no, and I had a
name.
student named Luca, and he was so cute and so funny. But then there's those names. You got to shut those names down. Like Morgan will throw names down, and I got to throw them away because I used to be a teacher. He's like Megan, Talker, Jillian, shit herself. No, we're not naming a kid after a kid who used to throw a little nug down the pant leg every once in a while. Absolutely not.
Throw it down a little.
And then he said this one name. He's like, we were throwing out the name Max. And I was like, first of all, we have a dog named Mac. No. Second of all, Max reminds me of this kid who used to just come up to me and do what you do. He would just come up to me like, can I have a... and just coughs like a carp trying to get some crackers out of the water.
I don't ever do that.
Okay, first of all, here's the thing. Stop talking, because you do, and I will roll back the motherfucking tapes to prove a point. If you need me to, I will.
I'll do it because like we'll be talking, and then I'm just like, oh, like it's more of a
what you just did was so generous to your personality. You don't turn your head. Like your microphone has COVID for sure.
As you take a journey on a healthy lifestyle, you're eating better, you're working out, you're doing all that stuff. But the problem is, even if you're working out is not always enough. You got to change the way you eat. But it's not easy to just change the way you eat because we're so used to eating the things we like. So why would you not want to continue to indulge in like these soft, fluffy breads that are out there? And yeah, I don't want to eat healthy breads all the time. Those healthy breads that are like fake in the sense that like, you know, they taste healthy, they look healthy. I don't like those. I want bread that is healthy without all that like feeling like I'm eating some healthy bread. And thankfully, with Hero Bread, I can do that. Hero Bread is ultra low net carb bread that has 0 grams of sugar and is high in fiber. So it's a healthy bread without tasting like your traditional healthy bread. The thing with Hero Bread is you can use it for anything. It is delicious. They have so many different options. You could make it with you could do tortillas. You could do lunches. Well, tortillas are the breads, but then you can make lunches with it. You can make breakfast sandwiches with it. They also have a classic plain bagel with, get this, 4 grams of net carbs, 0 grams of sugar, and 19 grams of protein. And guys, let me just tell you right now, it tastes delicious. It's not your traditional healthy bread. It actually tastes good. Most things that are good for you don't taste good. Hero Bread is the exception. It actually tastes good while being good for you. Okay, make a little Hero croissant, a little Hero cheddar biscuit, whatever you want. You can do it. A little Taco Tuesday, use the tortillas, use the wraps. They are delicious. So here is the thing. You're going to go right now. Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order. Go to hero.co and use code social at checkout. That's social at HERO.co. Go to HERO.co and use code social at checkout for 10% off your order. I don't know about you guys, but I like having my money where I can see it. Unfortunately, all these big wireless carriers seem to like keeping my money more than I do. You know, so after years of overpaying for wireless, I finally got fed up with these crazy high wireless bills, these bogus fees, and all the free perks that they're providing, which actually end up costing more in the long run. And I switched to Mint Mobile. The thing about Mint Mobile is it starts at $15 a month. Okay, for years I've been paying every time I think I'm getting a good deal with a cell phone bill, I look at the bill and I'm paying for me, my mom, and my wife, and all of a sudden I'm paying almost $200 a month for a cell phone. That's insane. It's ridiculous. Not anymore. $15 a month with Mint Mobile. And it comes with high-speed, unlimited talk and text. You got the data. You're on the nation's largest 5G network. And I was able to use my own phone with my own phone number and all my contacts. So I didn't have to go back, do all that stuff. Ditch overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month. So if you like your money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/social studies. That's mintmobile.com/social studies. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, 5 gigabyte plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Then full price plans options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
Okay.
Remember that time we recorded for like a month and I just had COVID for like that straight month? I was
Can we
sick
talk
every
about
day
COVID
recording.
for a minute? Can we think about this? Okay. Symptoms of disorders are weird as hell. They just are, right? But losing your taste and smell was the weirdest symptom of a,
See, I
of
never
a
had
disease.
that. I never
my
had
God.
it.
Do you know, did I ever tell you about how I knew I had COVID? Can I just tell you the backstory of when I had COVID? Jeff's going to listen to this and I'm going to fucking throw your ass under the bus, Jeff, so much. Jeff, for you guys who don't know, Jeff, the voice of Gay Jesus, used to be, we worked together, tour assistant and tour manager, and that title is not generous enough for how much Jeff and I did together. Still one of my best friends to this day. Jeff and I get together. We have shows. He's got a light little cough, and I'm like, this fucker's got COVID for sure. He's like, I don't have COVID. I don't have COVID. Joe, stop freaking out. I'm like, okay, you don't have COVID. I cannot place the blame on him because we made the executive decision to tour in Tampa at the tail end, at the beginning of 2021. So let's be real. Florida wasn't exactly the place to go. I came from Seattle that's locked the fuck down. I land in Florida and I don't know if they even could know that other parts of the world were wearing masks. That's how not masked they were. We get to Florida. We're like, oh shit, we haven't done shit in forever. Gatorland's open. We're like, we're going to fucking Gatorland, dude.
What's
We go to
Gatorland?
Gatorland is a zoo, but it's only alligators.
Is it cool?
Kinda, yeah. It's crazy. I'm convinced there's so many alligators there. I'm convinced it's a farm. I'm convinced it's a farm
So what? You just
to
walk
eat
around and they're just everywhere?
everywhere. And then like you can like, you know how sometimes at petting zoos you can put coins in the machine to feed the goats? Well,
Yeah.
here you put coins in the machine to put a little fish on the end of a string and you can lure it over this bridge and you're just feeding gators. It's
Whoa,
wild.
I'm looking at pictures of it right now. They're
Yeah,
just everywhere.
There's some that are like 100 years old. They're like the size of a fucking school bus. It's insane. There's just
Dude, they're
so
just
many alligators
it's just like
everywhere. It's just
thousands of
all
alligators in a pond.
alligators.
You could zip line over them.
There's babies. There's adults. There you can zip line over them. There's a marsh that you walk through on this bridge. It's just alligator city. Okay,
Is it
it's cool.
crowded?
So it wasn't like overly busy, but it was busier than most parts in the world. Anyway,
Anyway,
we
go ahead.
continued to do the show. We get to Omaha. I got my shows in Omaha and like I'm not feeling good. And I'm like, I gotta take a COVID. And Jeff's like, you don't have COVID, Joe. Like, get over this. Like, you're fine. You don't have COVID. And I looked at him, I was like, Jeff, if I am going to do the rest of this tour, I need to know if I have COVID or not, because I am not physically gonna be able to get through it if I have COVID. And I'm getting worse by the minute. So we take the at-home COVID test. I'm like, bitch, I got COVID. We go to the pharmacy. I have COVID. I'm like, and you're taking a test too, motherfucker. He has 0 symptoms. Asshole's got COVID. Okay. So we canceled the shows. I had to be quarantined in Omaha, Nebraska. There's not shit to do. We're in a thunderstorm and I'm locked away in a palace at the top of this hotel. We order food from Walmart. We bought a toaster and a little skillet. We're like making our own food. Like we were coming over for dinners, and that was the only time we were seeing each other. I was knocked out, but I wasn't convinced that I had COVID until I took, and this is so much. I'm so sorry, everybody. The nastiest shit ever. Okay. And I was like, there's no way this doesn't smell. There's no way in hell this doesn't smell. And then the next thing, I went to go eat like a very thick, flavorful meatball. Tasted like nothing. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. This is good. It's like, I hope this part goes away. Because it was nuts eating food and like you just feel it and that's it. There's no taste at all. No
But like,
smells at all.
you know, it's crazy. I never really got COVID, just one time. Like, and it was at the end, like last year I got it. So I got very lucky, but I always
like
was
last
like,
year? Like
yeah, it was
2024?
it was like the first time I ever got COVID. Maybe.
And they had COVID under control by then, I feel like. So
That's what I'm saying. It was like nothing. I had a headache. That was it. But I always was like, I almost wanted COVID because I was like, I'm like a very picky eater when it comes to like shrimp, any seafood, because it's like
Yeah.
something about the smell. And I was like, if I'm like chewing it, you know, I don't know. I just have all this weird like thoughts of it. So I was like, if I have it, I'll eat it. And I'll just like, it'll already be in my mouth. And then I'm like, all right, I ate it. It's fine. I'll just eat it again.
Oh,
you
2
know?
things. Speaking of one of our favorite things, food, I got a spot that I'm going to take you. I'm taking you to Italian. It's hard to find good Italian in Seattle. We don't have good Italian bread. We do not have an Italian bakery, which is bonkers.
That is.
But I found a pasta spot that is truly a competitor. And I'm going to take you and see what you think.
Yeah, I'm down to eat. I eat anything.
Okay. But that was the crazy thing with COVID. Sad. This is sad. God, what a great excuse COVID was to get out of literally anything. You said COVID and people were like, later. Like there was no fucking around.
I remember like Staten Island was like Florida at some points though. And like
Shocking.
People were just like, hell no. So like it was like business as usual by like
You can't lock
June.
us up like this.
Yeah. So it's like crazy. Like how different it was. But on another crazy note, we're recording right now on March 9th. Lucy was born tomorrow on March 10th. And
Isn't that
speaking of
beautiful?
names, do you know how Lucy got her name?
No, I don't. I obviously Gaspar is easy, but like, how did Lucy get her name? And I was thinking
So,
about this yesterday.
okay, so first off, Melissa did not want Gaspar to be named Gaspar.
But there
She
was no
was like,
negotiation there, right? Like
no,
that's
there was
your.
none, but she was
Does
against
your
it. And
dad have a Gaspar? Is your grandpa Gaspar?
no, my grandpa's Giuseppe. My dad's Gaspar.
So your dad is the first Gaspar?
No, there's like Gaspars in Italy.
Okay, so you are the first of like this name your kid Gaspar trend, right? You are the
No,
first?
my dad named me Gaspar.
Right, but
This
he
is
was
the
not
thing. In
named Gaspar
Italian,
after
yeah, but
someone.
in Italian tradition, you name your firstborn after the child's grandpa and your secondborn after yourself. So, like, my brother named his first son Gaspar because my dad's name is Gaspar. The child's grandpa
Wait,
is
your
Gaspar.
brother's son's name is Gaspar?
Yeah. And then you're supposed to
Your
name the
brother Joey?
second.
No, your brother
Yeah,
who? Your
Joey.
brother Joey's son's name's Gaspar.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And then his second son, according to
Will be
Italian
Joey.
tradition, he should have named him Joey, but he didn't because my sister-in-law is British, so they named him George after King
Thomas.
George. No, George.
George.
So,
George. You
yes.
can't have a George and a Gaspar. Aren't they the
Oh,
same name? Isn't like Gaspar in Italian just George?
no, it's Gus.
Isn't Gus George?
No, or it's Gary. People say it's Gary, it's Gus. Gaspar doesn't translate. It's not an American word. Anyway, so Melissa wanted his name to be Holden.
Also, shout out Joey. I love your brother Joey. He's a nice guy. Keep going.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Melissa wanted Gaspar's name to be Holden after
Bitch.
Holden Caulfield.
I don't give a fuck what it's after. Nope.
And
Hell no.
I was like, nah, babe, like we're not naming him Holden. And she like really wanted to be Holden. And I was like, it was never going to be Holden, but she really wanted that. And then Gaspar was born 3 months early. So we were like, all right, it's Gaspar. I was like, if we name him Holden, he's going to be a degenerate. You know? Another thing that I always suggest to people is I always say, don't ever tell people that your child's name, what you want to name them.
Because what we're doing right now will happen to you.
Oh, yeah. Because like then everyone's got an opinion on the name. Like if I was like, oh, Joe, we're going to name him Holden. You're like, that's the fucking dumbest shit ever.
I
Now
would
it's
not
like,
do that. If we were really having you were talking about, you can't. You're not having another baby right now. So I can't be like, that's some
or
bullshit.
at all. But all right. So then Melissa was like probably like 8 months pregnant. And we wanted to actually name her Sadie. That was supposed to be her name.
Mm.
We loved it. Sadie and
So what switched 8 months later?
At 8 months, Gaspar, we were like joking with him and he was like 2.5. And we said like, what should we name the baby? And mom, and we were calling her like baby Sadie and stuff. We were like, what should we name the baby? And out of nowhere, he was like 2.5. He goes, baby sister Woosie, baby sister Woosie. So we said, what did you just say? And he's like, Woosie. And we're like, Lucy? And he's like, well, yeah, Lucy. But he kept calling her Woosie. And we were like, oh my God, that's adorable. Like we never thought of the name Lucy. No idea where he got it from because he don't like, who did he know? He didn't know any Lucys. But yeah, Gaspar named her.
That was a ghost because he talks to ghosts.
Probably.
I also think that is so crazy because didn't you say your son like sees shit sometimes or used to when he was little? Did you tell me that?
No,
Didn't
not
you
really.
say,
I mean,
God, someone was telling me something that their kid, I could have swore it was you, did some shit that was like, they were like, who told you that? And he was like, Grandma, she's in the corner right now. Or so, was it you who told me that?
No. But I mean, a lot of kids do that. My nephew, Gaspare Randazzo, when my nephew, when we were young, we used to say that he used to see stuff because he would be like, he would look right at my sister and be like, where's Aunt Val? And she's like, I'm right here, bud. And he's like, I can't. No, I don't. Aunt Val, something's not here right now with Aunt Val. And my sister would be like, I'm right here. Why are you saying I'm not here? What the hell?
Oh no. Oh
So like he used to
no.
say like crazy shit like that. But also what I was gonna say is, so Melissa gave birth tomorrow, March 10th, Lucy's birthday, which I can't believe was 5 years ago. And then we were in the hospital for 2 days, and then they were like, "You guys need to get the hell out of the hospital because
Oh,
like
because
this
COVID
thing
was a coming.
called COVID is coming." And we were all like, "What the hell is COVID?" Like, we were like, "All right, cool, China shut down," but like we didn't even believe it. And like, "You guys need to get out of this hospital right now because you're not gonna be able to visit if you stay." And I was like, "What do you mean I'm not?" And like literally, Melissa, like we gave birth like Tuesday. Melissa died on Wednesday. They brought her back to life like Wednesday afternoon. And then Thursday, we went home. Like it was the strangest 3 days.
Oh my
Like
God.
I remember like her family was there with us, and like not our family, my family, whatever, was there with us. And like 1 minute she's dying, and then the next, like, no, everyone's going home right now. We're like, she was just dead. Like, should we take her home? Like, you sure? Yeah, it was crazy. Also,
Oof.
Joe, last night I did a show in St. Mark's, and first off, there was like 4 people there who were big podcast listeners. So thank you to the 4 people who came. Awesome. I was talking to them for a while after the show, and like they were just like, "I love you guys. How you guys talk to each other. It's like you guys literally are best friends." And I'm like, "Yeah, we are." I was like, "It's not."
Yeah.
I was like,
It's not
but
fake. Yeah,
they were
that's
like,
funny.
"No, it's so cute." But it was very sweet. They were just like, "The way you
Yeah,
guys talk is like you guys are really friends." I'm like,
we
"Yeah,
are.
we are." I was like, but
Yeah.
I went out, and this was not my intention, but I went out and I ended up doing 45 minutes of crowd work before I told a joke.
Oh Christ.
And then I did my first joke. And as I was in the middle of the joke, they came out and gave me the light. The light means like you have 10 minutes
You're getting
left.
close. Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "I just got on stage."
Oh my
And
God.
it wasn't just crowd work. It was story crowd work. Like, I would ask them a question and then I would tell a story, but it was so fun. And thank you guys for being there, the 4 of you who listened. But yeah, it was a great show. It was a great time. It was nice to.
Wow. That's wild. So it is St. Patrick's Day today, and I found a Am I the Asshole St. Patrick's Day edition. Also, you guys, if you want to send us your Am I the Asshole, please do so. Become a Patreon member at patreon.com/the Social Studies Podcast, where we will be pulling and picking all of your Am I the Assholes. Send us a message there and we'll get it. Here we go. Am I the Assholes? Okay. Am I the Asshole? I want to go away for St. Patrick's Day weekend, March 14th, to visit my friends, and my wife doesn't want me to go. Now, I pre-read this one, Gaspare, and I can't figure this one part out. So you're going to have to help me with this, okay? I am a 34-year-old female and been married to my wife, who's a 44-year-old female, for a year now. I mentioned that my friend group wanted to get together for St. Patrick's Day weekend. We all have not gotten together since 2007 for St. Patrick's Day, with the exception of last year and maybe 2016. My wife got
Okay.
upset and said she didn't want me to go because St. Patrick's Day is her third favorite holiday. Okay.
First off, before you even move forward,
What are you? 13? 7? You're going to list your third favorite holiday, and also you're wrong. Your third favorite holiday is St. Patrick's Day?
what are the holiday rankings really quick? What's your number one? 1, 2, 3, Christmas.
Christmas. But also it's my personal number one's not Christmas, but yes. My number
Okay,
one's
what's your
Halloween.
personal? Oh yeah, okay. Halloween's right up there too.
And then I would say
Uh,
Christmas is my second. Even since I was a kid, Christmas never really like did it for me. I've
yeah,
never.
you
My
know
mom
what?
calls me a Scrooge because I'm just not like Mr. Christmas. Like one of my best friends is like, he literally shits snowflakes from December 1st to 31st, right?
Oh no, I'm not
I
like a Christmas fanatic, but like it definitely, like with the kids and everything, it's become like more magical. Like
Which is the
uh,
cool part, right? But like as an
yeah.
adult, I'm not over here like ho ho
No,
ho.
I
You know what I'm
get that.
saying?
Yeah, I get that. I like before kids, like What would I have been excited? Oh yeah, I get to buy shit for everybody. Yay.
Yeah, but
Like,
people are like, I got to do every Christmas thing. I got to go to the Christmas market. And now there's a Christmas parade.
no,
And I'm doing Christmas. And I got to drink Starbucks Christmas blend for the entire month of December or I'll explode. It's like, shut the fuck up.
If St. Patrick's is your third, like I would say the big three, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Halloween. But then I guess there are people who are very religious. They'll say Easter is a big one.
Well, first of all, the first one's my birthday. Let's not get it twisted. And that's not just for me. That's for everyone's first holiday should be my birthday. Just throwing it out there.
4th of July is a good one.
4th of July is a great one. But I would say my top three are in no particular order. Christmas, Halloween, and my birthday.
Yeah, but birthdays aren't a holiday.
Okay, first of all, shut the hell up. That's not true.
4th of July is great because there's no pressure. Because you don't really have to do anything. Birthday is your holiday. Birthday is your holiday. Like Halloween, there's pressure, right? There's pressure to get the costume, do the parties. Yeah. Thanksgiving, there's pressure to either go somewhere or host it. We host it every year. So there's that. Christmas, you're getting the gifts. 4th of July, there's no pressure. Like you're just showing up somewhere and eating,
drinking
or
a beer,
you're not
hanging out.
Like you're just like, yeah, it's like no one's like
walk out
mad.
In your boxers, watch the fireworks, and go to bed.
Yeah, no one's mad if you didn't come over for 4th of July. You didn't like ruin the holiday. You know what I'm saying?
I like your output. Also, can you guys write us on Patreon and let me know? Do you consider your birthday a holiday?
No.
Yes or no? Let us know.
It's not a holiday. It's not a national
It's a holiday,
thing.
Gaspare. It's not a national holiday.
But off for it.
It's your holiday.
But then literally everybody.
Okay.
Right, anyway,
hold on. Give me the definition of a holiday to you. Don't look this
And
shit
also,
up.
what was your pro tip? You said pro tip.
I'm going to give it to you. It's about birthdays. But what is a definition of a holiday?
I would say my definition of a holiday is a day that's recognized by a large. All right, yes. In this definition, I guess a birthday is a holiday. Like a.
All right, you sneaky little bitch. Do not type this shit into Google. Give me your definition of a holiday.
No, I just want to see what the Google calls it. Okay, look. A holiday is a day on which one is exempt from work, often to commemorate an event or religious observance.
Okay.
A public holiday.
Besides the work part, I would say a holiday is a specific day that you celebrate with others. No matter who the others are,
that's
what
these
the day
all
is.
come down to. Like, that's what it all, they all come down to that. They have cultural significance, which is true for each individual. Yeah. They claim that there's only 12 of them, 12 holidays in a year.
Well, that's 13, including my birthday anyway. So here's the pro tip. Next time, when's your birthday again? July what?
June 29th.
This is what I said. So
April 30th, right? April 29th?
Yeah. 30th. So
30th.
I did that. My 30th birthday, I had a cool get together, rented a house with friends on the beach, blah, blah, blah. It was great, right? Did that for my 30th. My 31st birthday, I don't know what came over me, but everyone was trying to plan something. And Morgan was like, what do you want to do? And I said, absolutely not a thing. I want to have a day with no plans on the calendar. And we just do what we do. And I slept in. I woke up. I think I went to the gym when I wanted to. I got back. I made myself some food. I took a nap. I asked Morgan to watch a show with me in the middle of the day, which we never do. I barely checked my phone. We hung out all night. Later at night, I decided, you know what? I do kind of want to go to a nice dinner. Let's see where we can get a reservation. We got a rezo. We went to dinner. We came back. We went to bed early. And it was so relaxed, so nice. And I will never not spend my birthday like that again. My kids are going to know on Dad's birthday, don't come over here planning some bullshit. I don't care if I'm turning 50, turning what? On that actual day of April 30th, don't come at me with plans or ask me to do nothing.
Yeah, just wait till they're at your foot of your bed and they're like, Daddy, can we make pancakes for your birthday? But they don't know how to do shit. And then it's
but that is
the fun stuff.
When you have kids and like they want to do something, or if they have soccer and I got to take them there on my birthday, that's fun. But like, I don't need anybody to try to do plans for me. And I personally no plans.
I'm not like a person who like does things on my birthday. Joe, I'm about to tell you something that's going to probably blow your mind.
Also, we started reading this email like 15 minutes ago, but keep
We're going to
going.
read it. We're going to get,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
an
yeah.
emails
Someone's
only
going to blow my
episode.
mind. I got to know. This is an emails only
Joe,
episode. Yeah. Guess.
I think I'm going to say maybe only one time in my whole life that I made reservations at a place to eat dinner.
Yeah, I'm not shocked. When you're eating at Applebee's the majority of your existence, what do you think I thought? Was I
One,
supposed to be
I would,
surprised?
yeah, I thought you'd be surprised. Like the fact that you were like, let's see where we could get a reservation. Like that just blew my
Pause.
mind.
You sound like a garbage truck. You only wear t-shirts. Your gay best friend is the person who has bought you your nicest articles of clothing in your life. You got a receding hairline that's going to the back of your neck, and you think that it's just all fine, okay? And you're just out here navigating the world one pair of sweatpants at a time. And you think I'm supposed to be surprised that you don't make reservations?
I'm wearing them.
And
I
you
got my
think
best.
I'm supposed to be surprised? You're talking to the man who taught you how to wash your ass. Okay? Like, yeah. Ooh, I'm shocked. You've only made reservations once.
I don't even know if once.
We should change the name of this podcast to Fancy and Regular.
Wait a sec. So I've called restaurants to say, if I come within 10 minutes, is there going to be a table? Is that reservation? No.
No, Gaspar, because you're calling the Cheesecake Factory to ask.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was starving and I was like, yo, if I come right now, will I be seated?
That's
so like
not a reservation.
Okay, so then I don't think I've ever made a reservation.
A reservation is you get a reservation because you can't get a table at this place unless you make the reservation 2, 3, 4 months in advance.
No, I would never go to a place 3 months of waiting for food. No, it's like I don't know what I'm gonna want to eat in 3 months from now. Like there's this place. I don't want to give a plug to any restaurants, but there's this famous place in New Jersey, right near Staten Island. It's like a steakhouse. People make reservations literally 3, 4 months in advance, and then they sell the reservations to people.
Oh, that's wild.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like, it's steakhouse. Like, I don't know. Like, go to don't worry about where I would say to go. But like other places, go to Outback. Outback has delicious steak. I don't give a shit. Outback Steakhouse, it's a steakhouse for a reason. They've perfected the art of the steak. Like, I don't need a freaking fancy ass restaurant. Outback, to me, one time I went to a fancy steakhouse, just once. You ever hear of Peter Luger?
Yes.
I didn't go there. So Peter Luger is the fancy one. Like, right? It's cash only. It's supposed to be great, right? I didn't go there, but I did go to another steakhouse. At first it was $150 for a steak. I was like, is this for two? You know, like I wasn't trying to do that for one. And then that annoyed me. And then I was like, yo, you're not going to eat that much, Melissa. Like, I'm
You're
not
like
getting
the
a
kind
whole...
of guy who'll sit across the table from me and tell me your favorite kind of steak is Salisbury. Like, that is insane.
No. Prime rib.
Then
Only
go get
from
a good
wedding
one.
hall. Only from a wedding hall.
No, I'll give you that. I'll give you
I'm
that.
just kidding. I do like, no, I like, listen, I'm a very simple guy when it comes to steak.
Oh, well, when you
I
come
like
to Seattle,
$10 steak.
we're not being very simple guys.
Everybody who knows me knows I like wearing t-shirts. I like wearing joggers. And, you know, I like going to stores that the price is right for me to look all right. I don't know if that rhymed. It kind of did, but kind of didn't. So, but I now, the new year, you know, I'm feeling myself a little more. I'm trying to elevate my style and I'm shopping with Quince. Okay. The thing about Quince is I'm elevating my style without breaking the bank. But with Quince, I get high-end, versatile pieces at prices that I can actually afford and prices that I would pay. Because you know me, I don't really like to spend money on clothes. I like to spend money on things like my kids and like that's really it. But I'm trying to make my clothes look nicer too. Quince has all the must-haves. They got cashmere crew necks from $50 and up. They got these iconic 100% leather jackets. They got flow knit activewear, and all items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. because they partner directly with the top factories. So they cut out the cost of the middleman, which then passes on the savings to me and you. Okay, they work with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, which I like because I'm a decent person sometimes. I'm wearing the jeans from Quince. I am literally, I wear them on stage. I wear them to work. I just wear them around in my everyday life, and they are so comfortable that I actually feel like I'm wearing sweatpants. I like to relax in jeans. And these jeans actually don't make me feel like a psychopath relaxing in like stiff jeans. These are so comfortable. They almost feel like sweatpants. They're amazing. So indulge in affordable luxury. Go to quince.com/social studies for free shipping on your order and 365 days returns. That's QUINCE.com/social studies to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/social studies. So how do I do it all? How do I teach? Then I do tour stuff. I take care of my kids. It's not easy. I am super busy all the time. Even going to the supermarket is hard. Doing anything is hard, right? But it's not hard? Making food for my family that everybody can eat and everybody can enjoy. And you know why it's not hard? Because I'm using Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for clean eating. They deliver pre-portioned and prepped quality whole foods with limited processed ingredients. I'm trying to eat healthier. I like that they give me these organic, fresh produce. They're giving me proteins, chef-designed recipes. Everything I've eaten from them so far has been amazing. I have gotten so many different dishes. I've gotten some chicken enchilada bowl I ate a few nights ago. It was out. First off, I would have never made it on my own. That's what I love most about Green Chef. Like, it's like, sure, in theory, it's like, okay, yeah, I'll make that, but you'll never make it unless you go to the store, buy all the ingredients individually. I'm not doing that. What I love about Green Chef is it's all prepackaged. Everything you need is just there for you. You need a pinch of salt? Here's your pinch of salt. You need a little cumin? Here's a little cumin. You need paprika? Here's some pepper. And whatever you need, they give you the right amounts. And that's what I love about it, because I don't have to go out and get it all. I don't really got time to do all that. So this year, I'm eating better with Green Chef. They have dietitian developed recipe options that have fresh organic produce, and it's delivered to your door each week. Whatever you want, you pick it, they send it. I'm feeling energized. I'm curbing my cravings because they are delicious. They have snacks, they have food, they have everything that I need. So, want to create healthy eating habits that last? Green Chef makes this easy. They send you the meals, it's pre-portioned, it's got everything you need. It's pre-made, pre-portioned. You need an onion, here's your onion. And it tastes like a restaurant quality meal. And you're making it from your own house. So really, what could be better from that? So thrive all year with clean, easy meals from Green Chef. Go to greenchef.com/social studies and use code social studies free to get started with free salad for 2 months plus 50% off your first box. That's greenchef.com/social studies free and use code social studies free to get started with free salads for 2 months plus 50% off your first box. Guys, what are you waiting for? The #1 meal kit for eating well. Do it.
Literally, now I'm determined. I'm going. Okay. First thing we're going to do when you land is we're going to go get you a sport coat. And we're going to do a sport coat.
Like a new
blazer.
Jacket?
Yeah.
Oh, I have one.
Yeah, please don't bring it. It probably doesn't fit. Anyway, you
made me buy it. I had to take pictures.
I'm going to show you. We're going to have the bougiest time when you get here.
What? It was a great jacket. That, which one I'm talking about, right? Everybody always compliments me. They say I look young and cool.
Everyone lied to you.
Also, I wore.
You're gonna get here. And now, no, like I've put it all together. You being in Seattle is now a fully realized concept. Like we are gonna go do some shit. We're gonna go do some shit. Okay. I got shit to show you and take you to because we're gonna open you up a little bit. Right? We're gonna
I'm
open
not
you up.
going to one of your parties.
We're not going there. We're not going there. There to trust me.
Also, I went to a bar last night after the show with my friend Frank. What?
Just kidding. Okay, just kidding. Also, these poor lesbians were not even finishing their.
I don't even remember how it started, but
I'll have to reread it, but go for it.
I went to a bar last night. This is the end of this conversation. It was I went with my friend Frank, and it's a lot of guys when we walked in, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sure the ladies.
And then one walks by with a horse bridle in his mouth and a leather.
You are correct.
Wow.
Not that, but so like Frank's single. So I was like, Frank, we're going to go find your wife. It was right after the show. He opened for me. Great guy. Very funny comedian.
Yeah,
so
there's your wife. Welcome to the stage. Strawberry alarm clock.
So dude, we're sitting in the place and he's like, I don't think I'm going to find my wife in here. So we're laughing. I'm like, nah, this got to be.
Where'd you go? Flaming Saddles?
No, but it was all guys, literally all guys. So I was like, it has to be a gay bar. So he was like, ask someone. I was like, no, I don't know. It seems like a rude question. And I was like, but people were all smiling at us. And I was like, oh my God, they probably think we're gay because like we're in here together. We walked in. I was wearing my blazer, my sports coat. And, I was just like looking around and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's a gay bar. So we left. We didn't ask. We just left. We went
you're homophobic and you're
no, because he wanted to find his wife and we were in the wrong spot. And then we went upstairs to a
we left. I had 2 free dirty martinis and a little bit of GHB in the other. I've got poppers in my back pocket and my asshole's bleeding. I don't know what happened, but we had a great time.
No, so then we went to another bar. It was a speakeasy. It was completely pitch dark. The whole bar was dark. You just saw like a little light, like, and everything was dark, like low lights. There was like.
Was it also gay?
I couldn't tell you. It was too dark.
Were there guys fucking in the corner? That's how you know.
It might have been, but it wasn't gay. It was women too. But like people were definitely giving hand jobs in the open. Like it was,
whoa.
It was dark from like the waist down, but like it was a little light by the face. But for tall people, for me, there was no light because I wasn't tall enough for it. So like
you see my whole head and you just see like the top of your hairline. Gaspare, let's read this fucking email.
All right, start from the beginning. I'm locked in.
Am I the asshole? I want to go away for St. Patrick's Day to visit friends and my wife doesn't want me to go. I, 35-year-old female, have been married to my wife for 44-year-old female for a year now. I mentioned that my group of friends wanted to get together for a St. Patrick's Day weekend. I haven't gotten together with my friends since 2007 for St. Patrick's Day, with the exception of last year, maybe 2016. My wife got upset and said that she didn't want me to go because this is her 3rd favorite holiday. I tried to explain.
Went on an hour-long tangent. Continue.
Oh my God. Okay. I tried to explain that since we've started dating in 2018, I had only seen them once a year, whereas before I would see them 3 or 4 times a year. They live in the Midwest and the West Coast, and I'm on the East Coast, so it's not like we can just jump in a car and see each other. They have also been very good friends through my adult life, and I really miss spending time with them. I said that the plans aren't set in stone yet, so we'll have to see if I go. And she said that she'd be okay if I were to go this time, but if it turns into a yearly St. Patrick's Day thing, then it's a no-go. I was offended by this, and
you won't know if it's yearly until you do it.
I was offended by this, and I said so. She then went on to say that my friends don't have kids, so they don't know what it's like. She has a son who's 9 years old from a previous marriage that lives with us full time. I have taken on a big role to get him from the bus stop, make sure that he does his homework before they get home, cooking dinner for everyone and cleaning. I have even changed my work schedule to accommodate all of this. I am not a morning person, by the way, but I'm up at 5 a.m. every day so that I can get to work at 6 a.m. and out by 2:30 to make sure that I get him from the bus. Before this, I was getting to work at 9 a.m. Can I just have a weekend off to myself, or am I the asshole for wanting to a getaway weekend with just my friends?
I don't know. Like it's one of those things like for you and I, like we travel a lot for work. You know what I mean? So like we hear a lot of interesting things about being away, like so I get the frustration of wanting to go away. Like I also have a lot of friends who like go away once a month and I'm like, "Oh shit." Like you just go away with your friends and they're like, "Yeah, I'm going on a fishing trip. I'm going here. I'm going here." And it's like to me that's crazy. Like just leaving for a weekend once a month and they're like, "It's me time." Like I work all I get it. I guess it just depends on your relationship and like
Yeah.
how you make it work. Like you go on that trip, that's fine. But then you should turn around and say, "Hey, why don't you go away another weekend? Or why don't you do something another weekend?" And then I think that's fair.
I think that's true. I think you hit it on the head when you said every relationship's different. So you got to do what
Yeah.
works for you. If your partner going away for a weekend doesn't bother you holding down the fort and then you get to do that too, then I think that's fair. Like I travel every single week pretty much for work. Morgan, a couple weeks ago, had an invitation to go on a friend's birthday trip, a very good friend of his that was a travel trip. And I didn't even bat an eye because I was just like, of course. And honestly, even if we had kids, I'd be like, of course. Because one thing and this is just me personally, when I have kids, those kids will be like the center of my existence for sure. But I do want to really make sure that Morgan and I don't lose ourselves in our family. Like I do really want to have my own identity still and be able to do things that make me excited and invigorated as well. And I really want to make sure that like Morgan has those opportunities to do those really cool, fun things that make him Morgan. And I want to make sure that we are making time for that. So my personal opinion, I don't see anything wrong with this person going on their friends' St. Patrick's Day trip. And I also don't see anything wrong with this person doing it yearly if that's what it turns into. So are you the
And
asshole? I don't think you're the asshole.
also, like a third favorite holiday, you're not missing
Yeah, also
Christmas.
third,
You're not
yeah,
missing Halloween. You're not missing a real deal holiday.
family holiday. You're not
You're
missing a
missing our
family holiday.
drinking day.
Yeah, let's
Anyway,
be
guys,
real.
thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being here with us. Happy thanks. Oh my God, what the hell? Not happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. You can get
I'm
tickets to
gonna
see
go
me
make a
live at
reservation.
djoedombrowski.com. And you can also become a Patreon member at patreon.com/the Social Studies Podcast, where we want to read your Am I the Assholes?
Get your tickets for GaspareRandazzo.com. Hopefully I'll make it to my shows. I have some reservations to attend to.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.